Hello traders, I'm Ignat Borosenko, and in this video I'm going to share with you my current wave trading. So first of all, let's have a look at the euro-dollar 4 hours chart, and here we've got a possible wedge in wave A and a zigzag in wave B. Also, as you can see on the daily chart, there is a possible triangle in this wave B, so wave E is likely going to be continued towards the upper side of this pattern. So it's likely that on Monday wave 3 is going to start, and also there is an opportunity to have wave 4 and wave 5 afterwards. I don't have any trades here because I've got a short trade on dollar index where we've got a possible zigzag in wave 4 and a wedge here in a possible wave 1. However, the last upward movement here could be a zigzag, so there is an opportunity to have a quite deeper correction. So wave 2 is likely going to form a double zigzag here, like ABC, ABC and ABC. And also when this second wave ends, bulls will likely going to deliver the third wave, it's the first, second and then the third wave. And also there is a quite strong bullish trend here, so it's likely to have here a new high. And there is a quite interesting story on pound, cause Brexit is coming and the third wave is coming as well, and it's likely that in the third wave we are going to see an ending of this wave 1 with an extension in the third wave here. So I'm currently out of the market and I'm going to sell when this wave 4 ends. And another triangle on Australian dollar. And also we've got here a moving average line with this period, so it's likely that the price is going to test this line very soon, and if we see a pullback from this line, it's gonna be a chance to see a new downward impulse, which is likely going to be wave 5. So as you can see on the 1 hour chart, there is a possible upward impulse in wave A, and also I have a smaller wave 4 and a possible wave 5 here. I don't have any trades here because I'm waiting for an ending of this wave E of wave 4, and if we see a pullback from this moving average and the upper side of this pattern, I'm going to sell to trade a possible wave 5. There is a possible diagonal triangle on Japanese yen, and it's likely that we have wave 4 inside this pattern, so I'm going to sell when we see any correction pattern here, and also this pattern requires a confirmation, which could be a small bearish impulse inside this possible wave 5. And just have a look at this amazing trend on Turkish lira, where we've got a possible diagonal triangle in this wave 5, and as you can see on the 4 hour chart, there is an opportunity to have a bullish impulse in wave C. Also, we got another pullback from this moving average, and it's likely that we're going to have a new high very soon. So if there is no surprises on Monday, I'm going to sell on the nearest correction, and then I'm going to try to do something like I did here, buy more and more during this possible wave. The next interesting market is South African Rand, where we've got a pullback from the moving average, and there is a possible ending of wave 4 in this impulse structure. Therefore, as you can see on the 4 hours chart, there is a possible zigzag in wave 2, and it's likely that wave 1 has been started, so I've got 3 trades here with a break-even stop. If I get this stop, there is no loss at all, because the first trade has profitable stop and it's cover possible lost from these 2 trades. So if we see here something like it was here, fast and easy bullish impulse, I'm going to trade more and more, but I'm going to do it very carefully. I usually move my stop loss towards the price movement. There is a very bearish story on pound versus yen, where we've got a possible diagonal triangle in this wave 5, and it's likely that wave C is going to be continued, so I'm going to sell on Monday to trade this possible small wave 5 inside this extension in the third wave of this wave C. And there is a quite tricky wave count on Canadian dollar where we got a lot of zigzags. So just one of these counts mean we have got a possible triangle in this wave X, in this wave B, which is likely going to form a double zigzag like WXY. So there is an opportunity to have a downward wave E inside this triangle, so if we see a pullback from its lower side, from here, then bulls are likely going to deliver wave Y in this wave B. However, I'm currently out of the market because this price movement, I mean this one, is very fast, so it's quite risky to have trades here, and I'm going to buy only when we see a pullback from this lower side of this possible triangle. Sugar is quite interesting as well, because we've got here a possible ended impulse in this wave 3 with this amazing triangle on wave 4, so I'm just waiting when wave 4 ends, and if we see plain in clear correction pattern in this wave 4, I'm going to buy to trade wave 5. Also have a long trade on silver where we've got a pullback from the moving average line, and there is an opportunity to have a bullish impulse in wave 5. However, it's likely that wave 1 of 3 is going to end soon, and when we see this impulse in wave 5, I'm going out of the market because there will be an opportunity to have wave 2, which could be quite deep. The same story on gold, where we also have a pullback from this moving average line, and there is also an opportunity to have a small wave 5 here, which means we are likely going to have a new high as well. So I'm going to close my long trades when we see an impulse in wave 5, which means at this point this impulse in wave 1 could be ended. There is an amazing impulse on wheat, which could be wave C, and I have one short trade because we've got a possible zigzag here in this small wave 4, so I'm going to trade this possible wave 5. However, if we see a pullback from the lower side of this possible diagonal triangle, and also if we see a bullish impulse with a local correction, I'm going to buy to trade a possible upward movements, maybe something like we see here. Natural gas is very interesting as well, because there is a possible zigzag which has a wedge in wave A and just a usual impulse in this wave C. I've got one long trades here because we've got a pullback from this moving average line, which means it's likely to have the third wave in this third wave. At the same time, if this moving average line be broken, I'm going out of the market because there will be a risk to have, for example, a flat in this wave 2, which could be like ABC, ABC, and an impulse in wave C of this possible wave 2. Bears came back to oil, and there is an opportunity to have a double zigzag in this wave 2, which means we're going to see a bearish impulse in this small wave C. I'm out of the market here, but I'm going to sell if we see a small correction here, something like that. If so, I'm going to sell to trade the third wave inside this wave C. Very difficult story on Dow, because we've got this, which could be Black Friday, because there's an opportunity to have a double zigzag in wave 2, and in this case, it's likely to see a new low. However, bullish wave count is still alive, so I'm going to buy, but only if we see a pullback from this moving average line, which could be a sign that wave 3 is going to be continued. Otherwise, if this line turns out to be broken, I'll be out of the market again because of this wave count, which means wave 2 could be a double zigzag like ABC, ABC, and another ABC. So that's all for today's video. Have a good week and profitable trades. Take care. Bye bye.